Real. Real. Hey, shit. Right here, bro. Real shit, my nigga. That real shit, nigga. Good as fuck, nigga. Hey, hit this shit, nigga. My uncle got locked in 97. Came home in 2011. Most of my loved ones is ex-felons. My nigga slid up on me, bro. We was getting high. He said he slipped, he may have to sit down and do some time. But that's the loved ones, so I told him if you need anything, just holler. And I'ma hold you down, you'll see it's gonna be alright. That's just a solid, I'm following the rules to the game. Plus if it was me, I know my nigga would do the same. Still funkin' with a few cats from my block that might need gunshots. Cause real niggas don't call the cops. I still adhere to the rules in which I was raised by. Get money, never switch up and stay fly. Not just your dress code, nigga, your mind state. Never fictional what I spit, plus I rhyme great. Don't fuck with fairy tales that niggas make up. Roll top shelf shit, don't twist, don't shake up, nigga. Yeah. I don't expect no sucker niggas to feel this. No. Why? Cause only real niggas gon' feel some real shit. Yeah. I don't expect no sucker niggas to feel this. No. Why? Cause only real niggas gon' feel some real shit.
Imagine the unimaginable. It's the incredible, unstoppable. Brody Locust back up in your stereo. Whoa, hot damn, back up on my bullshit. Master of disaster is the pastor in your pulpit. Talking this shit, I spit a loogie in your Wi-Fi. Crumbling his birthday cake. At least it's high times. I've been seasoned, might as well call me Zatarans. I was in them project buildings where they used them battle rounds. Embrace my soldiers who the random numbers through fingertips. With flip phones and triple boosters for unruliness. Stayed away from sucker shit, stayed away from dirty rats. Sat on that couch, got off an ounce of some of that soft fat. By the time I'm 22, shit, I had a lot to lose. Big brother did a bit, and when he got out, he said, we gonna get rich. Don't count me out. My heart is colder than a cooler. Thank God for the game that I learned from my big bro, Judah.
Yeah. I don't expect no sucker niggas to feel this. No. Why? Cause only real niggas gon' feel some real shit. Yeah. I don't expect no sucker niggas to feel this. No. Why? Cause only real niggas.
This is what, oh yeah, that's to you. Freestyling. That's freestyling right there.
Yeah. Osai. Mixtape Mayor. Vallejo Rap OG. Spider on the beat. Yeah. We about to go in, man. Let's go. Yeah. Mixtape Mayor, spit great player, that's a given. Non-fiction, cause where I'm living, niggas is dodging prison. Jacking for chips, let's show you how to toolie bang. Take this little pump and rob your whole Gucci gang. Tack the grapes inside my 98. Reputation solidified, cause I've been rhyming great. Wanna battle about this shit? Nigga, name the time and place. Show you how your nickel and dime can never match up to this rhyming weight. Trying to move this rhyme like weight. Stamp on a nigga package. Did it with no budget or backing, cause I don't lack shit. Real in the lane is void of all the theatrics. Cut a blunt and then roll up a back split. Number 4-5 robbing this country boys paper though. I'm tacking out, riding around, bumping Captain Sable hoe. Still want you to save or no. But nowadays niggas be acting like the hoes. Trip out shit be changing up. Don't rap about cheddar but still get paper though. Don't rap about cheddar but still get paper though. Don't rap the gunplay but still keep a banger though. Don't rap the gunplay but still keep a banger though. Prostitutes, knots inside them stay lit up. Where I'm from, I ain't gotta make shit up. Gunplay, watch a nigga pop a clip up. Where I'm from, I ain't gotta make shit up.
This is crazy right here. Spy on the beat, spy on the beat. What up? It's called She Did It. What she do, Yo. It's the summertime, so I'm around. About this time, so fine, so I'm riding on the bright head to the Coliseum, talking to my dude bro. Said, yo, do you see them girls over there? Don't stare, but still peep. I love her open-toe feet. I'm gonna go holler at her, ask for the digits, and possibly we can kick it and get lifted. I walked up to her with my cool demeanor. I said, hey, my name is Age. Hey, my name is Trina. Hey, Age, nice to meet you, dude. But I'm leaving soon, and I don't mean to be rude, but I gotta get this food to my grandma. And I heard that Bukowski, that shit is damn raw. But I gotta go jet. So on your cheek, I'm gonna leave a peck, so you just don't forget my name is Trina. Don't forget me. I was hooked from the first look. Y'all wanna put her name up in my comic book. I hope that she can even cook. Hopefully she can even sing some hooks. It was love at first sight. I just might leave these homes alone and make her my first wife. But off top, Age guy ain't the thirst type. Nope. I'm juiced, I got the number. Gonna call at 8, not too late, I wonder. Let me give her a call, but yo fam, check it. Dialed up the number, that shit was disconnected.
Yeah, testing 1, 2. I'm the realest nigga alive. 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 No, I'm the realest nigga alive. Yeah, I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm from Vallejo, California, where it's hard to survive. Some of my niggas didn't make it past age 25. My brother's locked up doing 160 to life. See, Fillion, I'm the realest nigga alive. I got your baby mama giving me some head on live. She said I make her feel comfortable and don't know why. She said she usually don't do this, but I know she's a lie. Still a nasty. I'm the realest nigga alive. I got my GED in prison when I'm doing my time. I used to hustle on the streets every day to survive. Now I got my own business running 3 websites. Yeah, nasty. I'm the realest nigga alive. I like to rap and make beats and smoke weed till I'm high. My fans tell me Thug Nasty, you're a talented guy. I motivate to create, that makes me happy in life. Yeah, I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm the realest nigga alive.
Treka, do better, know better, do better. It's your boy DJ Rowe. You're listening to Thug Nasty. I'm the realest nigga alive. We're gonna keep this going. The show about to start in about 20. Let's go.
I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm from DC, that's where niggas survive. Shit might have slowed down, but still homicides are frequent. So many niggas locked up inside a precinct. Been locked up in jail a couple of times myself. Had to go through some trouble to find myself. I wish I could rewind myself and try and fix shit. Multiple man's therapy is writing sick shit. White dope by the ounces, pounds and quarters. Superstar status for me is just around the corner. Never do things the cowardly way. I'm multiple man, 24 hours a day. My powerful display that you seen is strong. Wiggly asses is what I like to see in the thong. I'm a nigga that's right when I be in the wrong. Of course I'm real, you see I was asked to be in the song. I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm the realest nigga alive. Look it up.
It's that plastic shit. Not that plastic shit. It's that plastic shit. Not that plastic shit. It's that plastic shit. It's that classic shit. What you on the West Coast classic shit? I'm from the early 90s with it. Record deals, dope sales. Hell yeah, we really did it. All nighters getting money, kept the heater close.
Bill Clinton face imprinted on the brick of dope. Just a young nigga striving for the better things. Born a prince, but I raised myself to be a king. Raised by the dope fiends, hustlers and the killers too. Didn't get high, did what hustlers and killers do. Been through hard times, only made a nigga stronger. Paper chasing life ain't never been a luxury. This is dedicated to the niggas that don't fuck with me. This is dedicated to the niggas really fuck with me. God bless, hope you niggas see the lack of luxury. It's actually a dream if you thinking you could fuck with me. God bless, hope you niggas see the lack of luxury. It's actually a dream if you thinking you could fuck with me. Dedicated to you guys like to write them lies. You ain't no felon, ain't even got no criminal ties. Just dedicated to you fools that won't bust a break. Claim the town, but you motherfuckers in the way. Just dedicated to you niggas that'll infiltrate. Catch you slipping, watch them hollow tips penetrate. This dedicated to them boys, keep it real, nigga. Let 100 rounds go, something you can feel, nigga. So many haters in the bay, I can't believe this shit. I hustle hard and pave a way, you can achieve this. Just turn your back on haters, keep your aim accurate. Fuck making good music, let's get back to making hits. Fuck views, record sales, tell a real story. I keep a solid wallet, you never got a feel for me. They tell a bunch of lies, niggas ain't having shit. Swear they hit the gas but don't know what savage is. You niggas groupie ass bitches, blue chain chasers. I'm T the lunatic, a true game lacer. Been a while, took a break, gave them something space. They hella Instagram, niggas say it in my face. Computer gangsters, ain't no love for you cocksuckers. Ain't nothing changed on my end, still a Glock clutcher. Don't claim the block, claim the whole fucking city though. Your life's a lie, my life's the dopest fucking video. Just dedicated to you guys like to write them lies. You ain't no felon, ain't even got no criminal ties. Dedicated to you that won't bust a break. Claim the town, but you motherfuckers in the way. This dedicated to you niggas that'll infiltrate. Catch you slipping, watch them hollow tips penetrate. This dedicated to them boys, keep it real, nigga. Let 100 rounds go, something you can feel, nigga. See this is one shot.
Yo, this is that dude, Abductions Radio. This is your boy DJ Rowe. We getting down. It's the water, baby, the water.
To these medals into our nation, the delivery, my quiver, be reverberating. Paper catastrophe, apostrophes for the beat, and to the pen man with the getaway racing to the zone. I wanna go safety zone. I feel at home. Rappers home, rappers home.
Today we gotta deal with the beast. That's why I always pray to the east. Yo, and practice what I preach and be sure that I drink on some water. 8 cups a day, it's good for my body.
Gotta drink that water.
I need it like mamas love it, like food for mama's oven.
Gotta drink that water.
It's good for my health, more important than man-made wealth.
Gotta drink that water.
I need it in my body, I need water out of Maserati.
Woo, man, I feel refreshed, man. My soul is feeling it, man. I'm drenched with the water, man. I was thirsty for a while, but man, I'm feeling it, man. That water, baby, that water. Man, coming up Georgia Street, man. Hooked up with Tiara and Age, man. Woo, man, they quenched that thirst. Water, definitely water.
Hey, yo, AP, you stupid for this one. K-Music, Diva, Eddie Project. Y'all know what it is. Diva TV album. I don't care. Check it out. Mirror on the wall. Who is the diva of them all? I wake up in the morning with the nicest legs. In the kitchen cooking up some bacon, rice, and eggs. I'm a diva, I don't like to beg. I make my own grits and a side to stay. Been getting it since the days of Double Dutch. I'm top notch, now I'm playing hip hop scotch. Diva only networking with the big hot shots. Cause I'm fly, looking with the bitch ride. Guess it's just a pimp in her. Never walking out the house with an empty purse. I love when niggas try to check my temperature. Pull up on me in the Benz like it's tempting her. Anyway, when they acting funny, I just wave bye-bye with a stack of money. Hold up, wait a minute. Can't get the party started, get too many haters in it. Can't get the party started, get too many haters in it. Can't get the party started, get too many haters in it. I don't care. When they acting funny, I just wave bye-bye with a stack of money. I just wave bye-bye with a stack of money. I just wave bye-bye with a stack of money. And yo, haters, I accept you winning. I'm really happy for you, and I'ma let you finish. But I'm one of the best divas of all time. Thought you knew how to grind, so you saw mine. A force from the Bay with 6 tip. Slap him in the lips with my money grip. I'm first in, last out the boutique. Looking too chic, but you geeks probably blog about it for the next 2 weeks while your baby daddy sending me a few tweets. I'm online, I'm on deck. That means I'm put on, that means I'm up next. I keep these suits paying my ass. Do a show, get on stage, I'll make it rain with your cash. Hold up. Wait a minute. Can't get the party started yet, too many haters in it. Can't get the party started yet, too many haters in it. Can't get the party started yet, too many haters in it. I don't care when they acting funny. I just wave bye-bye with a stack of money. I just wave bye-bye with a stack of money. I just wave bye-bye with a stack of money.
Can I shine one time? Niggas always hating, keep the 9 on side. I be getting money like a 9 to 5. Bitch, we up next and there ain't no lie. Can I shine one time? Niggas always hating, keep the 9 on side. I be getting money like a 9 to 5. Bitch, we up next and there ain't no lie. I'm from ESDPALOLOTO. I be getting my dough, so what you hating me for? I'm tryna ball like Kobe, RP to go. 650 up next, but you already know. Ape City, bitch, I can never switch up. Niggas talking down, I don't really give a fuck. Used to slide in the G15s in the trunk. If you ain't talking money, don't even hit me up. Nah, can I shine one time? I remember when I had to grind all night. Police pull up, hit the dash on sight. Playing with my fam, put your ass on ice. I be getting paid on the daily. Running up this bag, never lazy. Niggas wanna act like they hate me. Ask around town, I've been on my shit lately. Where the fuck was you when I was on my ass? Heard these niggas mad, now we getting cash. I feel like Jimmy Neutron cause I'm finna blast. But I remember when I was on my last. Can I shine one time? Niggas always hating the 9 on side. I be getting money like a 9 to 5. Bitch, we up next and there ain't no lie. Can I shine one time? Niggas always hating, keep the 9 on side. I be getting money like a 9 to 5. Yeah. Bitch, we up next and there ain't no lie.
Who made the beat that slap? Yeah, bitch, that slap. Who made the beat that slap? Yeah, bitch, that slap. Who made the beat that slap? Yeah, bitch, that slap. Who made the beat that slap? Yeah, bitch, that slap. I'm a square in the streets, but a thug in the bed. All my women give broken past getting some hit. And for my eyes, only like a James Bond movie. I got so many women, I get octopus sad. Hell, I don't know. I just needed a word to rhyme to complete my flow. The ugly niggas get money, your bitch already know. Thug nasty, your BT if you don't know. And I've been pimping since pimping, been pimping for a long time. Pimping, your bitch shows me, but I really ain't tripping because I've been pimping since pimping, been pimping. I've been pimping since pimping, been pimping, and pimping, been pimping for a long time. Pimping, your bitch shows me, but I really ain't tripping because I've been pimping since pimping, been pimping. I'm thug nasty, fuck the rest. I like to smoke a lot of weed and have freaky sex. And I'ma say it again to you stupid motherfuckers, memorize my name. Hey, I'm thug nasty, fuck the rest. I like to smoke a lot of weed and have freaky sex. And I'ma say it again to you silly ass bitches, memorize my name. Who made the beat that slap? Yeah, bitch, that slap. Who made the beat that slap? Yeah, bitch, that slap. Who made the beat that slap? Who made the beat that slap? Yeah, bitch, that slap.
Paralyzed, can't move, I'm stuck. I'm at the bottom trying to figure out which way is up. Lost track of my situation, now I can't seem to find my motivation. My concentration is split in 2 ways. Like abacus, I'm just trying to get some dues paid. Feel like I played a game that fools play and didn't win. I guess that's how I got it to begin with. Whenever I fall, I get right back at it. But it's different this time, don't know if I got it in me. Cause lately I've been having thoughts unclean, and I've been asking God forgive me. Surrendering to depression, pain with hopes that maybe I can breathe again without the weight of the world on my chest. Realized I've been serving my flesh, maybe I ain't got a clue what's best. We betray ourselves with the lies we tell. We betray our brothers and our sisters. Easily deceived, easily tempted, no matter how much we try to resist it. It's a struggle to grow with the mistakes we make because we carry the regret and the shame. And we cover that up with all the pride we have, so it's possible to shift some of the blame. I rationalize to the point it's detrimental, cause it's only so much I can resolve with my mental. Torture myself with the worst case scenario. I hate to admit, sometimes it's really scary though. The dim side to a bright glow, and the only way I know to confess is through a microphone. It's just that little dot of evil inside that I ain't trying to show. Pessimism and expecting the worst. It's like overthinking shit can be a blessing and a curse. Evolution isn't easy, but it's beautiful. And it's crucial if you have a higher purpose. My mama told me that I'm growing and it's suitable for me to do it cause it's worth it. So I'm adjusting to the change cause it's suitable for me to do it cause it's worth it. We betray ourselves with the lies we tell. We betray our brothers and our sisters. Easily deceived, easily tempted, no matter how much we try to resist it. It's the struggle to grow with the mistakes we make because we carry the regret and the shame. And we cover that up with all the pride we have, so it's possible to shift some of the blame.
Bitch, I'm hotter than wasabi, I been going up. Niggas hating on the kid, I don't give a fuck. If I slide through your block, pick your nigga up. Niggas talking about gas, I'ma fill him up. Bitch, I'm hotter than wasabi, I been going up. Niggas hating on the kid, I don't give a fuck. If I slide through your block, pick your nigga up. Niggas talking about gas, I'ma fill him up. Yeah, I'm finna turn up on these fuck niggas. Yeah, I heard niggas mad, now it's fuck niggas. Niggas talking down, I don't give a fuck, nigga. On the daily, I be trying to get these bucks, nigga. Yeah, you should do the same though, but you a lame up. 658 city, who I bang for. I be getting money all week, I ain't changed clothes. My little slime by the chop, yeah, he claim foes. They save city, bitch, we hotter than the sauna. On my mama, nigga, you don't want no drama. You be causing problems, nigga, we be getting commas. I'm feeling like Osama when I'm posted with this llama. We from the bottom, but we headed to the treetops. I got a Glock with a switch, call him beatbox. Yeah, I suck a ass nigga, I can be not. These niggas mad, Ape City got the streets hot. Bitch, I'm hotter than wasabi, I been going up. Niggas hating on the kid, I don't give a fuck. If I slide through your block,
yeah, you listening to Ape City on Treka, Know Better, Do Better. It's your boy DJ Rowe. She's about to be on in about 10 more minutes, but we're gonna keep the music going. This is Ape City with Wasabi. What's up?
Yeah, fill him up. Hey, look, Yankee hotter, real top shotter. Uncle Willie with the beam and I'm steaming like hot water. Hey, bitch, I'm on go like a green light. Cross the gang, use a foe, it's a green light. Look, that block hotter than wasabi. I'm on the clock running guap like it's a hobby. Quarterback get quick up, then I skate off. Quavo talking offset, then I take off. Yeah, I'm in that spaceship, lane switching. Me and my Ape City partner on the same mission. Got it out the mud, so we stay gritty. And if you from where I'm from, no, we raised different. Yeah, leave them laced in this bitch. Do the dash, we gon' race in this bitch. I'm the one, first place in this bitch. Ain't no passing the blunt on my face. Bitch, I'm hotter than wasabi, I been going up. Niggas hating on the kid, I don't give a fuck. If I slide through your block, pick your nigga up. Niggas talking about gas, I'ma fill him up. Bitch, I'm hotter than wasabi, I been going up. Niggas hating on the kid, I don't give a fuck. If I slide through your block, pick your nigga up. Niggas talking about gas, I'ma fill him up.
Hey love, how you doing? I really appreciate you taking time out to listen to me. It really means a lot. I hope all is well with you. I just wanted to tell you that I owe you an apology. Not for falling in love with you, but how I responded to your rejection. My bad. I wasn't hurt by you. I was just hurt by your truth. You always kept it real with me from the gate, like from the beginning of the friendship, and I love you and I respect you for that. And I don't want to throw the friendship away. So I was hoping, will you still be my best friend? Yeah, I had a friend named Saturday. We used to Netflix and chill on Saturday. I ain't seen her in a while. I wonder how she been. I really miss talking to my good friend. She's a big, fine woman with a pretty smile. Her personality used to drive me wild. Good friends, all we ever was. To Cupid shot me by mistake and I fell in love. She stood 5'6" with some nice sized tits. Her ESLs made a nigga bust quick. She only was submissive when I'm giving her the dick. Any other time she boxed playing hard to get it. We were friends before lovers. That's some real nigga shit. We both had a past and we recognized this. We never put a title on our relationship. She lets me do me and I appreciate this. I miss my best friend. I miss you, love. I love my best friend. I really love and miss my best friend. I think that I'm in love with my best friend. Yeah, I'm in love with my best friend. This is dedicated to my best friend. I'm infatuated with my best friend. Yeah, to my best friend. Will you still be my best friend? I really want her as my girlfriend. I want her all to myself. Fuck her ex-man. I know better than to let my feelings get in the way of our friendship. That would be a sin, but it's hard because she's beautiful and hella cool. On top of that, she likes the same things that I do. Now I'm confused and don't know what to do. I'm getting mad when she tell me she talks to other dudes. We argue on the phone, she hang up in my face. I'm feeling bad because we ain't talked in a couple days. I text good morning love, she reply good morning babe. I text back, I apologize. She texts back, it's okay. We back talking again, I'm having better days. I got it back, call me Usher Ray. Cause even though I want her as my girlfriend, my heart knows that it's best to be my best friend. I miss you, best friend. I love you, best friend. I really love and miss my best friend. I think that I'm in love with my best friend. Yeah, I'm in love with my best friend. This is dedicated to my best friend. I'm infatuated with my best friend. Yeah, to my best friend. Will you still be my best friend?
Fellas, that shit you could tell us. Everybody dip, pocket full of grip, hang on my hip. Hope it don't go there. Tryna play games, you ain't going nowhere. I'm out with the fellas, that shit you could tell us. Everybody dip, pocket full of grip, thing on my hip. Hope it don't go there. Tryna play games, you ain't going nowhere. Friday night, fresh off of work, kids good. So some fun I search. Hit up the squad, what's the plan? I'm headed to the action, no I'm not playing. Pull up to the spot, packed crowd. We walk through that bitch, puffin' on loud in my section. I need 6 bottles. First you get the money, then the rest will follow. Feeling good, I gave her a tip. Ma look good, shaking her hip. Fight nice, I'm all in the moment. No drama, cause we all on some grown shit, relaxing. Taking more shots, rolling up the next until we get to the top. I'm hot, order me cold Long Island. See some chicks fighting, and while I'm smiling, cause I'm stress-free. Fucking with my fellas and some young OGs. Yeah, fellas, that shit you could tell us. Everybody dip, pocket full of grip, hang on my hip. Hope it don't go there. Tryna play games, you ain't going nowhere. I'm out with the fellas, that shit you could tell us. Everybody dip, pocket full of grip, thing on my hip. Hope it don't go there. Tryna play games, you ain't going nowhere.
I'm really feeling like this. Fuck these hoes. Straight the fuck up. Girl, bye. I don't see why you trying to terrorize me. Acting like we in the jungle, somewhere where the lions be. Gossip and carry on. You ain't got a life. See, if you did, you wouldn't be so worried about me and mine. But I'ma disappear on you, baby. Worse than Houdini. Cause you won't see me again till I appear on MTV. I'm gone, moving on to do something productive. I ain't got time to be wasting thinking about all this dumb shit. I'ma just scribble a line or two and leave it there. Maybe even buy you around just to make it fair. That's about as much humility as Karen can bear. I really care less about your mug and your stare. So there, now what? I be moving and shaking, bobbing and weaving, all the haters and fakers. Keep it legit, keep it lit, never gon' quit. I'ma make it whether it's burgers or rhymes I flip. Okay, hold on, Mikey, I kept going just to fight the good fight, but I can't hear myself in these headphones. So that's all fucked up. Yeah. Started from the bottom, now I'm here, rhyming to these beautiful tunes, especially for your ears. For years I thought I was too different. I'm guessing the universe planned to make that my biggest blessing. Never quite fitting any box that they give me, but I'm too much of a handful to dismiss me. Can't qualify, you gotta take it all, no dividing the pie. I be feeling like I got split personalities, multiple facets of just a little old me. I got a big heart, it's a cold thing to know they don't always understand the message I bring. I'm reaching my arms out for something to cling, but I'm usually left standing there with nothing but me. And I got a few friends more like family, cause the bond is real and the roots is deep, baby. Yeah, real deep. Like, I got a small circle of people, but some people like to overstep their boundaries, you feel me? But my philosophy is you talk shit, you get big, feel me?
Where do I get off having so much dang skill? Rolling your love to me is very serious. I'm in the dark when I look into your eyes and say I love you.
Yo, CA baby, West, hey yo, yeah, MC Riggs. another dollar. I'm trying to get dumb rich for myself, fuck a bitch. Raised in the gutter, I was taught not to trick. I kick game and ism is so slick. It's a blessing that I even exist. Trying to manifest my dreams and revenue streams. Blessings with the sun rubbed down to feel the breeze. Ratchet bitches in the bottle with Hennessy. I pop my collar, I know that they feeling me. I'm connected, don't make me your enemy. Legendary, speak on me for the centuries. I keep it playing, I guess it's a Cali thing. Authentic, not a script on your TV screen. See me with 40 midgets up in the limousine. Put your mind to it, you could do anything. Put your mind to it, you could do anything. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get Benjamins, I ain't living like this. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get filthy rich off of talking my shit. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get Benjamins, I ain't living like this. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get. Let's go. Filthy rich off of talking my shit. My whole life I've been broke. I'm out for the dough, cause that shit be crushing my soul. But I got flows and I'm destined to blow up. I got bars, I don't need no luck. So pass me a 40 and let's get drunk. If you love the West Coast, throw your fucking dubs up. If the bitch out of pocket, tell that hoe to shut up. Keep it moving, kick rocks, fly shits forever and never stops. I'm like the mayor when I walk through my city blocks. Popping out from the ghetto, who would've thought that I would chase my dreams and make it happen? Hood famous, fuck going platinum. Respected by the real ones in my city, I'm tapped in, that's a fact. I ain't lying, I acting, gotta keep it 1,000, always get to the action. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get Benjamins, I ain't living like this. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get filthy rich off of talking my shit. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get Benjamins, I ain't living like this. Another day, another dollar, I'm trying to get filthy rich off of talking my shit.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Rowe. I think Treka just stepped up in the building, but she needs a couple minutes. She's about to come on, so we're gonna keep going. You listening to Kelda, Queen for the Night. It's your boy DJ Rowe. As Treka would say, you do better, you know better. So let's keep doing it.
Queen for a night. What you know about industry parties at the bar, mingling with artists, the largest stars in the business? Okay. What you know about industry parties at the bar, mingling with artists, the largest stars in the business? I remember. Hosted a Diddy party in Vegas. Couldn't believe who I was on stage with. Birdman's birthday. Club lit. MIA. I love it. I'm a red carpet VIP for sure. Probably see me on the floor at the BET Awards wearing a bikini on tour. Yeah. Caribbean. Home of Rihanna. Tropical island, thanks to the pilot. Me and my stylist,
better tell me what the fuck is going on. Better have my money or it's on. What's happening? Get my money right or don't come back again. Or I'm gonna scratch you off like a scratch you in and find me another bitch. Don't forget that I'm a pimp. Pimpin' ain't easy, but I make it look easy, bitch. Nah, I ain't greasy, bitch. Nah, this ain't easy, bitch. I'm thug nasty, you easy, you stupid, bitch.
I got your money, daddy.
Yeah, you better, bitch. Cause if you don't, I'ma find me a better bitch. Now put it in a letter, bitch. I'm talking about my cash. Suicide is painless. Call me MASH. I mash for the cash, never for the fame. Thug Nasty Entertainment, that's my name.
Hello, hello.
Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club.
Hello, hello.
It's a lazy afternoon. Just the kind of a day made for loving you. Soon the evening breezes will start to blow. Baby, grab your hat now, cause here we go.
Place that I see right before my dreams. Disbelief leaves without making a scene. Fantasy begins to be a normal thing, like picking up chicks on a wolf with wings and the fat lady. You know, the one that sings. I got her on my iPod next to Easy E. I sit myself under the palm trees, cooler than a fall breeze. Hit the conch shell to calm me. Trees gooey as a baby sneeze. I'm making plan on my meals around the bacon grease. Roaming through the tall fields, hunting wildebeest. The backpack full of blaze, man, I need to eat. About to peel off my paracletes. Send a message in the sky, use a pair of keys. Gonna rest, relax, I'm never coming back. I watch color wings flap till they disappear. And I'm into my dream.
Check out. I'm gambling with my life like a paradise. Just to get to paradise, I swear I'm nice. I like vanilla ice cream, hate vanilla ice. Baby, H be kinda crazy. I'm kinda loco. I hate the popo. Yo, I love my girls though. What up, tweez? Yee! It's been a while since you heard words that spit this wild. I be playing with you kids, I'm a hip-hop pet. Off the hook every time that I spit it. Playing by the head even if they didn't get it. I kick it like Pele. I got homies in the O and LA. Age is the shit, you can't tell me a thing. I love how many ribbon bitches sing.
DJ Fresh.
Then it's the real world and stuff. My nigga stay sweet. DJ Fresh. My nigga Sonny from Brooklyn, you know what I mean? Feel me? From the town, nigga. Get money all over the globe, no. Nigga, I'm back on the block with that stuff. Move like a ghost, so these niggas can't touch me. Can't control this money and shit acting up. I bag the stuff, but you know my ammo when the night fall. See what your boss, you got the bundle in the pussy. You non-hustling ass niggas is cookies. Use a rookie, I get the cheddar like a bookie. Miss me, man, the situation smell fishy. Put the heater in his face and make his drawers pissy. Selling coke is a risky business, but nigga, I got bills if you dissing this shit. With the thing on my hip, hollering at your bitch, straight to the jets. Nigga, fresh off the plane, I cop whatever, dog. Your budget low like rain. Graduated from the dope spot with drugs on the brain. Get dopes on the bus, on the plane, on the train. This a trap, shut the door, bitch, and come on in. We count money over here. We count money over here. It's a trap, shut the door, bitch, and come on in. We count money over here. Money over here. It's a trap, shut the door, bitch, and come on in. We count money over here. I heard your paper was
I've been murdered by many men, gossip with chit chat. Mind over matter, watch me climb up the ladder. Bladder full of vodka as I mop through the
Autobahn. You can catch me changing all lanes like an Autobot. Popping bottles on a regular, you suckers ain't feeling me. That's the reason why they call me Mr. Sucker Free. Pardon me, my language way too explicit. It's a million motherfuckers that be claiming they killing shit. I'm just hanging with Spider-Man. You can call me Iron Man. I'm Tony Stark's making spark in the dark. It's an art form, being painted like Mona Lisa. Yeah, I'm a motivation speaker and he's the teacher, just like Creature Features. You can catch me on the midnight. Having any problems, I be dumping on sight. Nigga, goddamn right, I'm just living the life. I'm just a grown-ass man trying to make it through the night, you dig?
Trying to make it through the night. Oh, it's a life, my life. And nobody's world. I'm a grown-ass man. My life. Come on.
Hey, I say sharp as a blade. Say where the money's made. Laced by the best of them. Fuck the rest of them. No need for pot beaters. Hang with the heavy hitters. I'm at the round table sipping wine by the leaders. Got a keys and pit bulls and young bulls at the rooftops. Ready to knock off your block. 24 I run the clock. My wardrobe's on splash. You only live once, so I'm decorating my dash. Back to the stash. Indica mix with hash. My mind frames on cash. Them jealous emotions don't last. Damn right. I'm just living the life. I'm just a grown ass man trying to make it through the night. You dig?
Trying to make it through the night. Oh, my life. It's a life, my life. And nobody's world. I'm a grown-ass man. My life.
Yeah, your boy is all about his paper. I'm used to taking stairs, now I'm on that elevator. Trying to elevate us, just that motivator. I'm in the circle of players who with some squares and haters. Black Steve and Brody Low, that's 4 and 5 with no. For those that don't know, that's Frisco to the O. I used to push coke, now your boy push gang. Serving these hot 16s and they dope like cocaine, you dig? Life is too short to do it big, but it's time to get cheddar, no one better than the kid. RBL representing fucking nappy-headed bitches. I ain't worried about a hoe, I'm out here thinking about attention, my nigga. So get it twisted, you're young, black, and gifted. This talent is what you got, they use it with precision. The streets is ride up, police is riding up and gunning the nigga down 6 feet up in the ground, you dig?
Trying to make it through the night. And nobody's world. Grown-ass man. My life.
Treka, you in the building? Treka, are you in the building?
I am. I'll be right there, y'all.
Thug nasty. H. Scott. Yeah. You busy? What are you smoking? I don't brag on my dick and I'm not from Oakland. Say 707 backwards. 707 should be your answer. I'm just playing. I'm just joking, man. I love Oakland. I just needed another word to rhyme with smoking.
Oh yeah, I think she's in the building. I think we're ready to do this. We ready to do this, Treka?
We ready. I'm sorry. I'm late. Am I frozen already?
Nah, you good.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
What up?
Welcome to the show. Y'all should be saying welcome me to the damn show, right? I'm sorry. I'm glad to have everybody in the house, though. Let's see. I know we know B, but B, you don't know Martha and CJ. Martha and CJ are some friends of mine from back home in Sacramento.
Hello.
Power couple right there. I I figured it would be a good time to have them come pop through and kind of speak on what they into and how they've been helping me at least. And then I also want to hear from you and see, scratch your brain a little bit because we know you into B does real estate, y'all. So she's out here making them powerful Black woman moves as well. So I just think it'd be good. Actually, yesterday, Martha just hooked me up with my first, real grown up money thing. And I felt so proud, but, it took me a while to be okay. So I'm happy that I did it. And how's everybody night going? Let's tap into that first. Everybody doing okay?
Yeah, we're good. Busy. We've been busy. We had a really busy day today, so just kind of winding down.
That's good.
That's
good.
Yeah, today was definitely a busy day for me as well. But I was like, man, I hope I don't look too sleepy. Your voice start changing when you start getting a little tired. But still a good day. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I mean, we made it. We made it this far. So
indeed,
that's right.
I literally was running home from work. I'm like, I'm so behind, but I don't care what I look like. They just gotta take it all natural. But it's been a good day. It's been a rough couple weeks for us as Black people, period. But I think we're holding it tight. Everybody I see in my family and my friends, everybody's holding their head all right, which is good. Roselle, how was your day?
Man, it was good. It was a good day. I finally got home in a decent time. I was happy about that. So today was a good day.
Ro handles the main things for about 3 podcasts now.
Whoa.
And he works. So I don't know how he does it because I'm wore out and I only got like 4 shows under my belt. So it's good. I appreciate him. He's always been supportive. Like just go do it, and you need people like that in your corner. B, what area are you in?
For real estate or just in life?
Oh, I mean, we can start with life, but
those are 2 different answers. So I live out in Solano County. I live in Vacaville. We just bought a house out here in Vacaville. And I work throughout California. So all throughout California. I have clients in SoCal up to Tracy, SAC, everywhere.
Nice.
Dang, I wish I would have linked y'all up earlier because they just got a house recently. So that was
congratulations.
Yeah.
That's big.
Big.
That's big. That makes me so incredibly happy, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the last time we talked on the other podcast, you inspired me, B. I was like, okay, she said I could go get a house. I'm gonna go get a house. Like, they can't tell me my credit is that bad. You know what I'm saying? And if they do, let me see what I can do. So that's why I really wanted to connect with you because I think it's time for us to start getting serious about stuff like this, like long-term longevity goals, like property and investments and, stuff that ain't just quick money, but we gonna be able to fall back on.
Long money.
We need that long money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I always tell people in America, the fastest way to build wealth is through owning land, is through owning a home, right? And so unfortunately, we've been conditioned to feel like we can't do it, right? So sometimes we already know we play catch up from the very beginning, from the time that we're born, depending on where we're born, depending on what kind of school systems we're in. I remember going to college and I remember taking my first business class and the professor asked, oh, how many of you have taken business already? All these kids' hands are going up like, yeah, we had business in high school. And I was like, y'all got business in high school? Like, what kind of, I ain't had that in my high school, so already and automatically feeling like I was behind. But sometimes we've been, not even sometimes, we've just been conditioned to feel like we can't do what it takes in order to get in the same position as other people. And then also we are purposefully not misled and not given information on how do we do it from where we're at, right? So we have the ability to do it where we're at now, right? We have the ability to work on something for, a year or 2 years and get to where we need to be. But a lot of times they're telling us that it's this impossible goal, especially if we've never seen someone do it.
Right. And I'm like literally the first person in my family that actually went to college. And I mean, even that was a setback because we didn't save up for that, but it was such a big thing for me to want to do because it's like, I knew I had to go out here and learn it for myself, but not only know that I'm not going to hold myself back. So I think that we as a people, we are starting to be more aware of that and start to be more conscious of how we deal with each other and the information that we pass along, but we could do so much better. Like, I really feel like before yesterday, I didn't know what a mutual fund was. And Martha was like, what? I'm telling her all this stuff, like all these stocks and shares I got with my company, and I don't even know what to do with it. What the hell is a 401k? That's just something I take out my check every 2 weeks. Like, but it's that uneducation that's, and it's because nobody taught our parents before them, or it was very limited and misleading, like you said. So we just got to get that truth out there
and
ask questions.
And that's one thing I do love about the business that we're in, because it's just like the whole, financial services in a nutshell, you know what I mean? So it's showing people how to build wealth, how to leave legacies for their family, knowing that we do have to protect our income. You can call it life insurance, you can call it income protection, but we need that because you have two people that are putting in on the household and one of them passes away unexpectedly, you lose that income, right? And so we don't think about life insurance. We think about funeral and how are we going to bury somebody and how are we going to, you know what I mean? But we're trying to come from the standpoint of building a legacy and leaving something for your family after the funeral, because SMUD still has to be paid. Mortgages still have to be paid. People still have to eat. You know what I mean? There are kids, depending on if there's children left behind, they still have to be taken care of. So where's that money going to come from? And that's that first generational wealth that you're building with that life insurance. But we didn't know that coming up, and we weren't taught that, and we weren't able to get enough that you can leave a legacy for your family and say, hey, in my will, I'm going to put that my child with this money has to get a $1 million policy or $2 million policy. So, and then you just keep that going. But, we don't talk about stuff like that because people think, oh, I'm gonna wait till I'm in my 70s and 80s and I'm gonna get my insurance then. Oh, no. No. Do it when you're 20. Start building that mutual fund when you're 20. So by the time you're retirement age, you're sitting real nice and you ain't got to worry about greeting at Walmart,
Had I knew about putting money away into an investment or into something that was going to grow, I would have did that the first year I went to college. That financial aid money could have been paying back my student loan.
Man, paid off.
Paid it all the way off. So it's just crazy to think of that, but education is everything.
Yes, it is.
It's very necessary. B, how long have you been doing real estate? Ashley sip for wine. My bad, girl.
Girl, no, you good. You good. You good.
I know. I love that glass too. I keep eyeballing it.
Thank you. I don't even know where we got it from. They're so cute though. I have been a realtor, so I got my license. It's been under a year. I got my license in July. Nice. July 13th. I actually got it on my sister's birthday. My sister passed away a couple years ago, 2 years ago. 2 years ago last week, actually. And so it was really important for me to get my real estate license. It's something that we had spoken about before we found out that she had cancer, and it was just this really big deal. So it was something I knew that not only do I need to do it for myself, but life is short. Right. Life is really short. And if life is as short as I've known it to be growing up in the communities that I've grown up in, then I want to create, like you guys were saying, I want to create generational wealth. I want to create legacies. I'm an auntie mama now, right? So I got kids and stuff. So you want to create those, you want to create those legacies, those incomes, you want to teach them early. So I got licensed in July, and then I became a part of my brokerage in October. So since October, I've been official.
Congratulations.
Changing lives ever since. Changing lives ever since.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think it's funny that like older generations, they kept, they had their houses. Like if you think my family in the South, like they've been in their house forever. But I don't know if they own it. You know what I'm saying? Just because you've been there for a while, you assume people own that property.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know how much do we really own? So I definitely want to start figuring out more and how I can move, because I've felt limited because I felt like I can't do much with one income. But
yeah, you can.
I think there's a lot I could do, especially if I don't have kids, so I just limit. I think I give myself that limited belief, and I gotta stop that. That's
yeah, it's all a
business.
learned behavior.
Mm-hmm.
It's learned, right? Everything that we believe about ourselves, about our opportunities, about what we can do, about what we cannot do, it's all learned. You have to think about it. When you're young, there is nothing that you cannot do. Right. Like I used to do ridiculous stuff. I used to climb to the top of my grandma's house and like jump off the roof. Like there was
right.
Like now I'm like, ooh, don't do that. You can't do that. And I'm telling them they can't do it. That's because my knees can't take that no more. Right. They're fine. Okay. I walk up the stairs now. My knee is like, ooh, you can't do that. So
one step at a time.
Behavior, right? So sometimes we have to unlearn what we've been taught and what we've been conditioned to learn, so that we can relearn what the actual truth is, right? And what our actual power is. There's no way that we've overcome as much as we've overcome as people, and we cannot have.
That's right.
And it's associated to something, right? So I think about like my grandmother, right? My grandmother did own property. She owned property in the South, y'all. She used to eat like real sugar cane and peel it and like all that. And she was born in the 1920s, so she had a very different experience than I had, right? And then you think about full communities that were built. You think about like the Rosewoods and the Tulsas and all of those things. So sometimes our fear has been passed down from generation to generation, but we don't even understand where it comes from, right? So we've conditioned ourselves to say, hey, community, we shouldn't be building whole communities of Black people with our prosperous selves, with the best doctors in town and the best stores. And we've had all that, but we don't know why we've told ourselves for so many generations that we should not. And it's all been based out of fear because of what we've experienced and what our ancestors have experienced. So it's time for us to realize that we've done it once and we can do it again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And now, how long have y'all been doing it, Martha? How long y'all? Because y'all been.
Well, I've been in the industry for about 11 years now.
Okay.
And, is it insurance you guys are doing?
Yeah.
Life insurance and investments.
Okay.
But I just got licensed with the investments in February, actually. Yeah. That just became official.
Congratulations. For sure.
Thank you.
So, but when me and her got together about 6 years ago, I was trying to get into the business with me. She didn't really want to do it, but then she started seeing them checks coming in. She's like, okay, let me be a part of that.
I noticed that he needed me.
No, I did need it.
He was doing great.
Let me come help you out. I can see you need my assistance.
That's right. He was doing great without me. I will give him that because he's awesome at what he does. But you need a little razzle dazzle I have to put on.
I understand.
We'll force together.
Put some sprinkles on it.
There, I had to sprinkle a little bit on there.
You could go. Sky's limit when you got that backbone. When you got somebody that's there for you, somebody that's gonna ride with you and really support you and be there for you and help you, man. You could accomplish anything when it's two of y'all headed to the same, man.
And so much, I think it's so much easier to realize the potential of your dreams and the potential to actually reach them when you have somebody in your corner. Not necessarily a significant other all the time, but just somebody that you know that is going to support you, good or bad. Wrong decisions, right decisions, they're going to support you and say, hey, okay, maybe this didn't work, but let's try something else, or let's try a different, angle or whatever,
Absolutely.
So definitely helpful because ain't nobody getting rich by themselves.
Yeah. That's so strong. Because
somebody getting rich by themselves.
Nobody getting rich by themselves.
That's what I'm saying. Man.
But yeah, I mean, I feel blessed to even know all y'all because I think we all inspire each other in some way. I definitely get inspired by everybody on this screen right now. Everybody does something different, and everybody's so supportive. You know what I'm saying? You don't see everybody just trying to beat each other down. Like it ain't no competition. I don't have competition. Only competition I have is myself. So I feel like if more people choose to surround themselves with what they want to become, it all work out for you. It just started aligning. You don't even have to do much. You don't even know you're working.
Right.
That's true.
That's right.
And getting around the right people.
Man.
Get around the right people, you know, that's really gonna motivate. Get around what our mentors tell us, get around people that make you uncomfortable. If they make you uncomfortable, you know, those are the type of people that, and they pushing you to be better. Cause we hanging around all these people that make all this big money, you know, and they driving these big cars, big houses, and we just looking at them like, okay, I can have that too. You know what I'm saying? As long as I stay plugged in.
That's it.
But if you hanging around people that ain't got nothing going on, you know what I'm saying? Those are the type of people that will keep you right there with them.
Yep.
Because they don't want you to level up.
They're not going to stretch you.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to stretch you. They're not going to push you. So you're going to be comfortable right with them. You know, and you know, that's the devil's playground, being comfortable.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mindset is so important.
You can see people who did just stay right where they are 10, 15 years now. And it's like, woo, I'm so glad I detached myself from that situation or that way of thinking or that group of friends. Like, I still love you, but I gotta love you from a different place.
From over here.
I gotta love you from a distance.
From over there.
Yep. We always say that. We love you from a distance.
My love don't change, but my activity will.
I can't afford to get like you.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know, blessing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just happy to be learning. I continue to
Me
be
too.
learning. I always learn something new every
Me
day.
too.
I'm like, I thought I had this figured out, but I don't know shit. So let me talk to somebody who know what they doing. So
but it's never too late though.
As long as you keep that mindset, you're gonna be great.
Right. That's all. But that's all it is. But a lot of the things that we, you know, that we're conditioned to believe, it's a mindset. You change your mindset, you change your life, your income, your residence, everything else. You know what I mean? It's a mindset thing. If you believe you can do it, you can do it. That, you know, as cliche as it sounds, you know, if you believe it, make it happen. You're gonna figure it out.
Right. Absolutely.
It's gonna take
That's why positive self-talk is super important as well.
It is.
Right. Getting up and doing daily affirmations and
self-development.
Speaking things, and you know, some people call it speaking it into existence, right?
Absolutely.
All of those things are so important. I was watching this, it was something on YouTube, and it was this guy who had these two different plants. And this is where I already believe in energy, but it started like really resonating with me that everything around us is living and possesses some form of energy. And with one of the plants, the exact same plants, he's giving them the exact same amount of water, like all this stuff. One of the plants, every day he gets up, he's like, you are so beautiful, you're amazing, you're blooming, you're doing great. And he waters it all nicely, right? And the other one, he says all kind of crazy stuff. You can't do it, you're never gonna grow, you're awful. And he takes the same amount of water, but he throws it at it. Right. And over time, he starts doing like these time lapses. And the one that he speaks positively to, literally, it's growing, it's green, it's flourishing. Exactly. And the one that he speaks negatively to, it's wilting away, it's brown, it's getting the same amount of water, the same amount of light. But literally, it's speaking negativity into it. And this is why we have to be so conscious. We have to be self-conscious, and we have to be conscious about how we speak to ourselves, right?
Ooh, yeah.
So sometimes we say, oh yeah, I'm self-conscious, and it seems like it's looked at as a negative thing. But sometimes being self-conscious is being conscious of how you're treating yourself, conscious of how you're speaking to yourself. Because on a daily basis, because of what we see and what we hear from the outside world, we often tell ourselves what we've heard, right? Not what we naturally believe. We would never think anything negative about ourselves.
No.
Why would we ever, right? But the things that we've heard, the things that we've seen, the things we've been conditioned to listen to and want to judge other people by, or taught to judge other people by, we begin to judge ourselves by. But positive self-talk is so important because as you believe you are, period.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
There is no ifs and buts about it. There's no in between. If you believe it, it's real. And so if you're telling yourself every day, I am, then that's what you are. And if you're telling yourself every day, I am not, then you are not.
That's right.
So we
That's
have
good.
to definitely speak positivity into our own lives so that we can become that. And that we're telling ourselves, I tell myself I'm a multimillionaire every day.
Yes.
Look, every single day. Every single day. I tell myself that my G7 is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I tell myself my private jet is nice. It is so nice. It's so, I look at other people ones like, yeah, it look just like that in the background. That's where the kids gonna be.
That's right. Because if they can have it, why can't I?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the important thing to say is like how we talk to ourselves. Because I used to talk so bad on myself, and it showed. It wasn't just how I was feeling on the inside. My outside reflected that. You know what I'm saying? I looked depressed. I looked tired. I looked unworthy. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing how starting to wake up and just pray, however you pray, and then say my affirmations and say, okay, today I set the intention that this day is going to be great. You wonder how big that makes a difference until you start doing it for a long time, and you can't. Now you like, I don't even know what I was worried about last week.
Right.
Right.
Forgot all about it. I'm gonna pass that so quick, but you get stuck in that thought and you get stuck in that feeling. It's hard for people to bring themselves out of that. Especially when you've been doing it for so long.
Conditioning. Back to conditioning.
I'm a firm believer in speaking things into existence. I think everything that I achieved in life, I've spoke, before I even had it. I seen myself getting it. And another thing, what we do is with our business and in life, we write down everything on our mirror in the bathroom. We see it because that's the first place you go to when you get up. First thing. So I need to see it.
Right.
I need to see it, and then we changed. Instead of having goals, we changed everything to missions. Because a goal can be put off, but a mission has to be completed.
That's right.
Has to be completed. So everything's a mission. We got to do this certain amount of production this month. But not just business. We speak about life goals, relationship goals. We talk about life goals, our relationship goals. We praying for each other. Make sure we don't go to bed angry at each other. We talk, communicate. And that's why we know we so close together. We so close. And another thing is our birthdays is a day apart, so we damn it the same.
What's your birthday?
Go find a perfect goddamn match.
Right. I'm March 6th. She's March 7th.
Okay.
So it was meant to happen. It was meant to happen.
Look, certain things are already written. You just gotta fix it.
Right.
That's right. Just be in position.
Yeah, be in position.
That's amazing.
Look, I'm like, you don't got me messed up. No, but no, I really do like. I don't stalk y'all, but I follow y'all, and I'm like, I remember when when Martha first started, and it was like little lightweight posts here and there. Now Martha be on there. Oh, you gonna be stupid and not invest in yourself?
Right. I said, now I ain't even got to post that much. She be going in. I'm like, okay.
Hey, I retired from my job to do this full time, so
exactly.
I ain't playing with it. Can't play with it. So.
And with the Facebook algorithms, you don't even know which post people seeing. So sometimes you gotta light it up.
Right. Sure do.
Going in.
But no, I see y'all really when I'm ready to make more steps into securing my future adult self. I'm gonna go with the people I trust.
That's it.
They ain't gonna lie to me. She broke it down for me. She's like, well, you ain't making no money with this money in the saving account. I said, what I was saving?
Girl, not nothing.
That's why I said, if you want to save your money somewhere, you can put it in the bank. If you want to grow your money, we're gonna put it somewhere else.
And everything that we doing goes hand in hand, like with the real estate. Real estate, like people buying homes. Okay, you buy a home, but you're gonna need that a financial foundation too,
protection
to protect that home, because you cannot build a home on some shaky ground. Right.
That is a fact.
Right. You need that protection, because when a storm comes, if you build your home on dirt, and then a storm comes and dirt turn into mud, eventually that home gonna start sinking.
It's gonna wash away.
It's gonna wash away. But if you build it on solid concrete, no matter what type of storm comes, you're gonna be straight.
Right.
So it's good. So real estate is so important. And then on top of that, having a life insurance in place is so important. And the reason why I say that is because get you some property. Get you some property, because if we I don't know about y'all, but the neighborhood I grew up in is getting gentrified.
Yeah. All of it.
It's getting gentrified. Now I grew up in I'm not sure if y'all familiar with Oak Park in Sacramento, but that's the neighborhood I grew up in.
That's Chinese food.
You know, that's my hometown. Right off of there on 40th Street, down the street from the liquor store. That's me.
There it is.
Exactly. So it's getting real gentrified now.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Broadway don't look like
I've never
Broadway.
seen
Martin
so
Luther
many
King don't look
white
like Martin
people.
King no more.
You know when you see the ones walking their dogs and jogging and dog parks
down Martin Luther King
Jr.
You
know what it's about.
Yeah.
Oak Park,
so
huh?
this is what's going on. Now the thing is, Oak Park is the first suburb to ever be built in Sacramento, right? But Black folks moved in, and we started doing our thing, gang banging, whatever. And then let's say our grandparents had owned the house out there, and they end up passing away. But our grandparents didn't have a lot of life insurance. They had about 10, 15,000 worth of life insurance, but that's not enough to save grandma's house.
That's all they were able to get too.
So what we end up doing is we end up selling the house just to get a little bit of change from it. And now we don't own nothing. So when these folks coming in, gentrifying everything, and they moving you up out, but this the hood that you banging, that you claiming, but you don't own nothing in it.
Right.
So it makes us look goofy. Right. So that's why it's so important by getting some property. Get some property somewhere and keep it in the family.
Right.
Keep it in the family, because that type of thing, those type of things you could pass down.
Absolutely.
Right.
I want my kids to have whatever we own. I want to leave it to them.
That's it.
And then they can pass it on to their kids and to their kids' kids, right?
Yeah, that's why it's super important to talk to our kids and our families and our friends about what does that look like, right? And what does it look like to maintain as well?
Right.
Because we even have people who have had property and that property got lost because they didn't know what to do with it.
They didn't know what to do.
They just didn't know,
right?
And life insurance is so important. Long time ago, I actually sold. I had my life and health, and I did like property and casualty and all that fun stuff.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And life insurance was my jam. Mostly, I'm from Oakland, y'all. How many times, have I walked into a store and saw the little box, people trying to get donations and stuff to take care of their loved ones.
Right.
Or, in recent times, everybody's setting up a GoFundMe.
Right.
Life insurance is extremely important, right? A lot of us don't come from money. So even when you start thinking about what does it look like to buy property, you might not be able to do it, but you might be able to pay them premiums every single month. And if something happens to you, you have enough tucked away, right? So your family could pay for your expenses, and now they have a down payment for their home.
That's it.
Right. You just changed the entire trajectory for your entire family. Right. And that's what these other people are doing. People who don't need, a lot of people who are extremely wealthy and they don't actually need life insurance, they still have multi-million-dollar policies out on themselves because that's just going to set their family up even further.
Yeah,
that's it.
They've been doing this for years.
And we just now catching on.
The mother folks,
mindset
the mother color folks.
Right.
They've been
mindset matters. Absolutely.
I mean, I remember back when I was younger, my grandma used to have an insurance man come to the house, whenever they get, I don't know where that went away to, because when she passed, it was like y'all said, we have to give up the house. And now when I roll down that street in Oak Park, they've torn that house down. So that property was worth something.
Oh yeah.
And they knew it. And we didn't. So,
but they expect us not to know.
Yeah.
Right.
Oak Park, Oak Park homes got them big old lots.
They sit on so much land.
They sit on a lot of land.
The house might be small, but the lot is humongous.
So they coming in tearing down everything.
They winning right now.
And we can't do nothing about it because we don't own nothing.
We don't own anything.
We getting ran up out.
And we're fighting so hard with our people thinking that we can't do something.
Right.
Like especially when it comes to this investing thing, I'm like, when I caught on to this and like that long term, not the Bitcoin, no knock to any of that in the day trading, that's all great. But for that long term, like I'm trying to build a substantial amount of wealth. that mutual fund. And I said, how come more of us aren't doing this? You know, because we think, oh, okay, well, you got to have $10,000 to start, or you got to have $50,000 to start. Oh, no. No. If you read and you find the information, we can get it for 25, like, you know, we did for you, $25, $50 a month.
Yeah,
we can do that.
And
so you can start
I'll do away with that money so easy on a weekly basis. Why not put it into something on a monthly basis?
We blow money so much on fast food and Starbucks and everything else. You know what I mean? Why not put that money somewhere so it can grow and come back to me bigger and better, so I can do something with it, you know?
Yeah. One of the things that I realized that I was doing, because we are a big reason that I got into real estate, just my people in general, right? I'm a big fan of buying back the block and creating a legacy for our families and passing down our land. And that's been really important to me. And one of the things that I realized in reaching out to the people who are exactly from exactly where I'm from and who have had these very similar situations is it is difficult to convince people that things are as easy as we tell them they are.
Right.
It's really difficult to convince people. And so I had to make a decision. And this was something that I wanted to do anyway, just because I'm from Oakland. I went to Mac and that's my school. So I want to go back there and give there anyway. Yeah. But I had to make the decision that, like, man, as soon as they start opening stuff back up, I need to make sure that I get into this high school, and I need to make sure that I have a place and I have a space where I can go teach these kids.
Absolutely.
Because
they need that.
They need it, and they can grow up with that mindset, right? And it'll be a little bit late because it'll be in high school, but it won't be too late.
That's
you
right.
have a lot of people who have these families who are teaching them from early on what it looks like to be financially responsible, what it looks like to have money, what it looks like to start businesses, what all of those things look like. And so a lot of times, even when you're 16, 15 years old, if it makes sense, it makes sense, right?
That's it.
If 1 + 1 = 2, that makes sense.
That's
right.
it.
And a lot of times that when we're adults, we've been through so many different situations. Somebody could be like 1 + 1. And I'd be like, that might be 4.
Right.
That might be 4.
You might be lying to me.
Right. You're like, let me see your hands. Do you have 2 tucked away somewhere? Right.
Right.
And so sometimes we have to start with our babies and with our children, right? And the children in our communities. We have to start with them so that we can teach them from as young as possible. Hey, this is what we should be doing. This is what it looks like as well, because it gets difficult when you get to a certain point to convince somebody that, hey, this is what you need in order to be successful. And it is as easy as I'm telling you that it is.
Got to get them while impressionable.
Right.
Mind thought process.
Yeah.
And that's because we've been duped so many times, though. Like, that's why people don't, people of color don't really trust the healthcare system. Like, when you've been done wrong so many times, it's hard for you to trust that there's an easier answer. There's a truth that doesn't match what you know.
Right.
And another thing, what I want to say about us, we rather look good than be good.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? We rather look good than be good, because the thing is, owning property is not flashy. You know what I'm saying? So that they don't do it. Having mutual funds and investments in life insurance is not. I can't show you. I can't show it to you.
My policy. Like, my policy.
But I'm gonna show you this Gucci belt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you this Gucci belt, these Gucci shoes, and you still have to do a GoFundMe for me when I die. You know, it's not flashy to them. Right. So what you saying is real. Talking about going to go talk to them students because they're easily impressed by what they see on the IG and these videos. You know, they want the gold chains and all the other stuff, not knowing a lot of stuff is fake. Right. You know, you want something real.
Borrow.
Yeah, right. Borrow.
Right.
You know, they leasing that phantom.
Right.
You know, they got to bring that back. You know, so but yeah, we do have to get to the young, because those are our future. These young kids, that's our future. You know, and they lost right now. They lost right now, and it's getting worse and worse. So we need people like you, everybody just come together and talk to these folks. Man, we got to get through them. Yeah. We have to.
Yeah,
you can't wait for anybody else to do it.
Right.
You cannot. You cannot.
Mm.
But it's all possible. It's all possible. And there is something out there for every person in their own unique situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's best for me may not be best for you, but it might be best for your cousin. Right. And so that's what I always try to let people know too. Like, yeah, you know, come on down. I'll let's have this little meeting. I'll do a quick little consult. We'll see where you're at, and if we'll come up with a plan. And your plan might not work with me, but I know somebody for you. Right. And I think that's another reason it's really important for us to stay connected.
Yeah.
And it's really important for us too, when we have people who we can work with and have our resources. It's a big deal for me whenever I sell a house to say, do you have life insurance? Is that connected to your job? If you're no longer working there, will you still have something? Right. That's important for me because I know what it's like to lose people. And I have seen firsthand what it will do if an entire income is gone.
It's gone.
Right? I've seen firsthand, even being the person to have to hand somebody over a check, you know, when their loved one is lost, it takes a part of that burden off. It doesn't take away a lot of the stuff, but it takes away that real important thing and makes it where you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about a roof over your head. You don't have to worry about, can I still afford to pay for my kids who are still trying to grow and, you know, they're still trying to go to school or whatever it may be. I can do that still. I can make sure our quality of life is still good and we can focus on healing and mourning and growing, right? So that's one of the things that's really important to me. And after every time I sell a house, that's big. I'm like, all right, what's up with life insurance, right? And kind of giving people a brief overview of what I know, but then setting them up with somebody who can talk to them more about, all right, do I need to just get a 30-year term situation right now because I can't afford too much more? Or can I go ahead and get this little universal or this whole life? Or what can I do with living benefits? What can we do, right? Because it's just an important thing to have for yourself and for your family. Like, we don't do this just for ourselves. We do it for the people who are coming after us. At least most of us do. We do it for the people who are coming after us as well. And so, you know, I always want to let people know that start where you are.
That's it.
Just start where you are. I will tell anybody, I'm like, you got a job, I can help you buy a house. And they'll look at me like I'm crazy. That's all I need from you. You have a job? Yeah, you have a job. I can help you buy a house. They're like, oh, but I need to get my credit together. I need to start. So I'm like, don't even worry about any of that. Right. You have a job. I can help you buy a house.
That's it.
There are so many different programs out there that are set up to help us that we don't even know about. We don't even know about, and we don't know about them for a reason.
Yeah.
Right. And
Absolutely.
so your situation might be one of those unique situations. I'm like, okay, you do got a little savings to do. Let's get you set up with somebody who will get you set up on a little 8-month plan, a little 12-month plan, and we come back. We'll circle back, right?
Right.
But it's really important for us to share our knowledge and not give up and continue to share our resources and to continue to reach out to each other and across the table and network with each other so that if I have somebody who's not in the position that they need to be in, I need to be able to reach out to y'all and be like, hey, can y'all help out?
Yep.
Can y'all have a consult with them real quick?
Absolutely.
Let's figure out how long this is going to take.
Right.
Or we just closed on this house real quick. They don't have any kind of policies at all. Can you sit down with them and see if there's something that y'all can do?
Yeah.
Right.
Like that should be the norm.
Yeah, it should. It absolutely should.
Shouldn't even be a question.
Right.
Even
network.
if you can't help somebody, you know somebody who probably can. So I mean that's the only way we all gonna get rich. We gotta get rich.
Absolutely.
That black dollar circulating.
Man.
In the right places.
In the right place.
Keep it in our pocket.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
As much as we spend, we keep this economy going.
Right. Largest consumers and own the least.
Right.
Like that.
I always tell people it's like, even if I can't work with you, even if I'm not the right fit for you, I know somebody who will be the right fit for you. And because I'm upfront enough to tell you that, you go send somebody else to me.
That's right.
Absolutely. Like I'm not worried about what this one transaction is going to do for me. I'm worried about what it's going to do for you, because if it does something well for you, then you're going to send me like 5 more people.
That's right. That's right. And that's so big, because it reminds me of something that I had, I actually posted about it on Facebook today. And I was saying, you know, especially a lot of people that know us and they know this is what we do. We do life insurance and investment. And I said, if people would stop being so worried about what they think we're gonna make off of the sale, and focus on what we're trying to get to you, not from you. And what I'm trying to get to you and your family, you understand the value, not the cost, but the value of what I'm trying to give to you and what I'm trying to, and that's why I think we do well, because we take that educational route. I'm not trying to sell you. So even if you don't buy anything from me, you're going to leave out of this knowing more than you knew before you met me, before we sat down. So I'm going to educate you on something, because it's probably something that you don't know, because I didn't know before I got into the business, So as many people as I can tell about what we're doing and how we can help, and how we can, help you improve your life and build your legacy and all that, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to tell, and I just hope that, you'll point me in a direction where some other people so I can tell them too,
Absolutely.
I think people just have trouble seeing. I don't know if it's that they have trouble, or they don't know how to see other people shine or win without them winning as much or off of that. Just because you help me with something, don't mean that I owe you anything, even though I will give back. But at the same time, just do it as I want to see you shine just as much as me, if not more.
If not more. And knowing it's not going to take away from mine if I'm helping.
Not going to hurt my pockets.
At all.
Not at all.
At all.
Not at all.
Enough out here for everybody.
It sure is.
There's this store in the East. I think it's on East 12th. It's this little plaza. I think it's called K&G in East Oakland. And they built a Ross right next to it. And I remember going in there because I used to manage the Comcast across the way from it. So, I used to go in there and get my little suits and try to get real fly and whatnot. And I remember going in there after I was no longer working there, and I started asking them, because they built the Ross over there. I was like, hey man, how's business been? Has it slowed down since this Ross got here? And they were like, no, it's increased. Wow. And I was like, it's increased. What you talking about? And they're like, yeah, we have all of these new customers who never knew we were here. But as soon as they found out that Ross was there, they saw this other store. So now they come in. Right. And so it's never about what it is that I'm just getting from you. Right. People don't want to see other people shine, but I'm like, you should want to see me shine. And you should want to connect with that, because then my clients and the people who are watching me are now going to be watching you too. Right. And now you have this whole other group of people who didn't even know who you were. Right. Watching you and looking out for you. And even if they're not looking for what you have, they probably know somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So if we stop trying to do that whole thing of, oh, yeah, I want to outshine. There's this whole idea of, I just don't want to see you surpass me.
That's it. I want to see you good.
Stop that.
I better.
Man, cross-pollination is important, even for flowers, right?
Absolutely.
Right. We just bought this little lemon tree.
That's real.
We just bought this little lemon tree. We got little bees and stuff coming out. We sit it out once a day. Now we got bees coming and doing this little thing. We sitting there like, oh man, they cross-pollinate. These gonna be some good lemons.
Right.
And we have to have that mindset of, how is it that what I'm doing and what you're doing could positively impact our clients overall, right? Our people overall. Right. And if we think from that mindset more often, we're all going to win.
Yeah.
Period. We're all gonna win. It's how many different versions of bread are there?
Right.
I don't care if we're doing the exact same thing.
And Wonder Bread is still on the shelf.
It's still there.
It's
still there. And I still switch it up. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, that look good. That's a little buttermilk one. I ain't never tried this keto one. Let me try this real quick.
Is that potato bread?
Is that potato? Right. I don't care if we're doing the exact same thing. There is something for everyone, and the way that I do it might not fit everyone.
Right.
They might be better for you, but guess what? You might have someone that's not a good fit for you, and it might be me. But if I'm too busy saying I'm not going to send them to you, you might have had 6 people that should have come to me.
Right. Right.
Each one reach one.
Right.
Each one reach one. Absolutely. Man.
That's some good stuff.
That's
right there.
good.
Yeah. That's why one of my big things is, group economics, everybody coming together, pulling their resources in order to build, in order to grow.
Absolutely.
Right. I might have a little bit more than you. You might have a little bit less than me. You might have more than I do. I might have a little bit less than you have. But if we pull all of our resources
together.
at the end of the day, we're going to win.
Yep.
We're going
Absolutely.
to win.
Come together, we got enough to make it happen.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And then nobody lacks.
Right.
No. I was just talking about that with my siblings. I was saying how we need to really think about putting our money together and getting property and getting the land, getting a family home again.
Right. Right.
Like, mama getting old, you know, so it's going to be needed eventually.
Absolutely.
Shit is needed right now, but we need to, like, can't be scared that, oh, well, you're going to put in way more than me or you're going to put in less. It's like, it's equally ours.
That's it.
Some of us got more than others. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And we got to have that understanding too.
Right.
Let's have that understanding. Don't think like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to look at the bigger picture. It's way bigger than what we talking about.
That's right.
Right now. Let's go make it happen, man.
And
like they doing down in Atlanta. They building that community down there in Atlanta. All them black folks put their money together and they went and bought all that land.
Yep.
That's dope.
They did they $50. So they did they $50 a day.
Yep.
Them and a few of their friends. I mean, not a day, $50 a week.
A week.
Resources together.
Why we ain't doing that in every hood right now? That's
right.
crazy.
Because people scared and don't trust.
What do 40 say? Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Not enough Indians. Yeah.
It's so easy to do. Y'all have to think about the stuff that we spend our money on a daily basis. Right. In my regular life, I'm kind of glad that COVID hit, right? But in regular life, if I think about how many drinks I get, just if coffee, right, a few times, and then lunch, and then after work, I'd be like, well, this deserves a drink.
Hello.
I deserve a drink for this one, right? If we think about the things that often many of us, and right, not all of us, because no one is the same, but many of us will spend some form of money on things that we actually don't need throughout our day. So if we tell ourselves, okay, this amount of money that we spend on this thing that we got comfortable doing, but we don't actually need for our survival, I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna stop doing it. Right. Right now I do it 5 days. I'm gonna stop doing it for 3 of them days.
Right.
Then you start putting that money aside and you decide, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do this with 3 or 4 of my friends, and instead of spending this money on coffee, we're gonna take this money and we're gonna put $3,000 together and we're gonna buy a vending machine.
There you go.
And we're gonna find a place to put this vending machine. Now we're gonna split the income from this vending machine, and then we're gonna buy another one, and then we're gonna buy another one. And we're gonna buy another one, and then we're gonna buy another one. Right?
There's so many ways.
Group economics is easy. It's easy.
It
But
is.
we have to believe in each other in order to make it work.
That's it.
But first, we have to believe in ourselves. I think the way we see our people is a reflection of how we see ourselves.
Yeah, that's good.
I was reading about how the Asian community and what they do with the Chinese folks and things like that. You know, when they all be living in one house, they living in one house, and what they doing is they everybody putting money into a pot for a certain individual.
Yeah.
Right? So then that individual takes that money, go starts a business.
Yes.
And then the next one up. Then the next one up. They doing the same thing for the next person. It's crazy. And they, you know, they end up buying the whole block. They it's crazy.
And they don't mind. They don't mind that some people can't work all day. Some people got to stay at home and take care of kids.
Right.
Because they know that their turn is coming too. And they know that as long as this person got theirs, I always got a place too.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And until I get mine, all of these places is mine.
That's right. I got 5 houses I can choose from.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I just wrote about this in a song. There's a song that we just did called SOS, Save Ourselves. And I just wrote about this exact same thing, which is putting all your money together, literally investing in one house, one person being able, get a duplex, one person living one side, you rent out the other side, and the income is coming in from that second side. Now you done bought another house. Now the other friend is living in one side, renting out the other side, and income, and they just keep going. Keep going, friend by friend, right? Y'all keep investing y'all little money You keep doing it over and over again. And that's exactly what they do. All of a sudden you see 16, 17 people living in 1-2 bedroom apartment.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, they done bought up a block of houses.
Right. And the business. All on the same block.
And the business.
It's like, why can't we?
We can.
We will.
Why don't we?
We will. It's like, and that's, I was gonna say that too. We have to get comfortable because I feel like oftentimes we feel that it is important to bring people along with us.
Right.
And what I am starting to learn is I can't pull dead weight. Right. So I want to bring the people along with me who want to be brought. Right. They always say it's the older I get, the more I understand that you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Right. And so as many people as soon as I learn information, I do my best to I share it. Right. Because the way that I think isn't the way that everybody else thinks. And somebody else might get it faster, better than I do. And you might take that information and you might surpass me. And if you do, I'll be like, good, thank you. How do I do that? Right. Otherwise, I'm trying to figure it out on my own. How do I get there? And you guys were just saying, can nobody get rich by themselves?
And I think a lot of it is pride too. You know, because some of us are so scared to ask. Why don't you ask? Oh, because they're going to think I'm, no. Ask them. Because somebody just might tell you how they did it. Because if they did it already, you can help me avoid a whole lot of potholes and a whole lot of mistakes because you've already done it. So you might be able to tell me a way that I can do it even faster, you know? Just sharing that information, sharing that knowledge. We don't do enough of that, you know?
So too many people selfish, man.
Yeah.
Don't want to give up the game.
Because I'm scared you're going to do it better than the way I should.
It's like, if you got a cure for cancer, man, give up the cure.
If you
you got the cure for cancer, let it go. Let us all have it.
Let everybody have it.
Yeah. These days I'll ask anybody anything because I've gotten to the point where I am more afraid of being stupid than I am of looking stupid.
That's good.
I'd rather look stupid than actually be stupid.
Actually be. Yeah. That's good.
People say something. Well, I'll be in mid conversation with somebody and they'll use a word and I'm like, what's that one? What's that mean? Okay, cool. And I'm gonna do my best before the end of the conversation to use that word right back
there you go.
Before the end of that conversation, just so that I make sure that I'm using it correctly.
That's right. And please correct me if I don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's good.
This is a good conversation, y'all. I think
It
is.
I mean, I don't really care. I don't care how many people tune in, but I hope more people do start tuning in because
they will.
I think this kind of open discussion is needed on regular basis. If you don't have somebody you can talk like this with, then kind of like stuck. Like you said, you by yourself. You don't know where you're supposed to be going, but you'd be so prideful you don't know who to ask for help, or you'd be scared they're gonna say no. But what's the worst that can happen? If they say no, it's you right where you started before you asked. Right?
No worse for wear, right?
So you didn't lose anything. I asked so many questions, they'd be thick. Like, do you really need to know everything? Like, yes.
Absolutely.
I don't understand. I'm going to ask a question. But
as you should.
Yeah. That's why I said I love when people ask a question. I was on an appointment today that probably lasted an hour longer than it should have because she kept asking questions and she was like, I'm so sorry. And I said, please don't apologize. I said, because we're both learning this. So, you know, you asking me something that I hadn't dealt with doing, you know, these accounts before. So it makes me seek the knowledge and makes me seek, you know, somebody who does know more than me. Oh, well, you know what? I don't know how to answer that. So let me call my mentor because she does. And if she don't know, she gonna find out. So either way, we're gonna get your question answered.
And either way, y'all both learning at that time.
And we're both learning. That's why I said we're gonna learn this together because I just didn't know, you know.
She just inboxed me too. Same lady.
Yeah.
Still got questions.
She inboxed me asking questions.
Yeah.
Now she's interested in joining the
business. Now she want to join the business. I was like, oh, come on. Because you're gonna be better at me at this after all this time.
And she done got all the information out of you now.
Right. We're gonna learn together now. We both gonna be an expert.
No, I think that's real dope.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing in life yet. I'm just here, surviving and thriving.
Just keep doing.
I just keep doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
as long as you
anytime
grow
that
1% every day, grow 1% every day.
Every time I come across people that I think can help other people out, I'm always like, hey, you should reach out to my friend. And they're like, I don't even know them. I'm like, it's cool. They know me. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's it.
That's how it should go. They trust me. You should trust me. So
that's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Because how else will you learn? How else do you connect? You know, without referring somebody to somebody.
Right.
Or, you know, how do you know?
But you know, as a little kid, you was always told, don't ask questions. Be quiet. So when you get older, you don't even know how to communicate properly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you be
I think that was
afraid.
the wrong thing to teach kids. I think that was the wrong thing to teach us growing up.
Oh,
absolutely.
Ask questions. Because you know they thinking you shouldn't be asking adults. Man, we want to know some things too.
Mannish. Or they say you being mannish. Or you in grown conversation.
My daughter will ask you a million questions.
She sure will.
She want to know.
She wants to
want to know, and then when you give her answer, she ain't gonna believe
you. She still don't believe it.
She believe her own thing, but you know, I already tell she gonna be a boss. She gonna do her own thing
because she do.
She only 8 years old. Lord Jesus,
it's definitely important to give kids the space to ask questions and express themselves. Right. I didn't grow up in that kind of environment at all. Environment at all.
Kids are not to be heard.
You know,
seen and not heard.
My whole family, all of them, they had a real strong and fast backhand. It was strong and fast. And what I've been learning, and I initially started off that exact same way, right? What I say goes. That's what it is. I done said it. Don't ask me why. But I found out it's really important for them to know why, right? Just like in our business. In business, we start with why, right? We don't start with what it is that we do. We start with why we do what we do.
That's it.
Right? That's how Apple became so big. Why? I want to keep you connected to the people and the things that you care about the most. So I invented this. And I'm like, I want to be connected to the things and the people that I care about the most. I do want that. If you want that, you should get this Apple stuff. I'm gonna get that. Right? And so it's really important for us to allow our children and our youth to be able to ask questions and be comfortable speaking their truth, whatever it is. These days I get more upset if my niece doesn't tell me what's wrong. I'm like, oh, you gotta express yourself.
Right.
Yep. Tell me yourself. What's wrong.
Right?
Why are you mad?
Because I care, right? And you're gonna get into the rest of the world. And a lot of people won't care. But you need to learn how to do this even when people don't care. So that you can be confident in what's going to come out of your mouth, what you care about, what you don't care about. So you can be strong in your stance, period, at all times. And so in changing that and in teaching our kids to ask questions, that also changes that whole mindset that we were talking about earlier, which is, I don't want to ask because I don't want to look stupid.
Right.
I want them to be comfortable asking. I want to change the narrative from the worst thing that you can do is to not ask.
Right.
To not understand.
Yeah.
There were so many things that I just did not understand. I should have asked more questions during long division. I never did.
Ooh, girl, you better say that.
I don't know how I made that third grade.
You gotta bring down that 9 and carry the 1. Bring the 9 down. Carry the 1.
I said when it's 2 numbers, this is fine, but they put 3 more after the first 2.
Like why does it need to be long? Why? That's what I should have asked. Why does it need to be long?
They said, you know what? It's okay. She passed all the rest of the stuff.
That's it.
Don't send her through.
Don't give me that honorable mention.
I don't know how.
Right.
Lord.
That's absolutely what it is. And I think maybe our parents didn't want us to ask so many questions because they didn't know all the answers. They didn't want to get embarrassed in that way either. But if you don't know the answer, just say, I don't know.
All right, let's figure it out together.
Right.
You know,
now we got Google.
Now, I'm trying to tell you.
That's that's really important that you just brought up, because I was raised by my siblings. My siblings are the ones who raised me. And I remember being like, man, my sister don't even like me, man. Because I used to ask her for help with things, and she used to tell me all the time, Benicia, reading is fundamental. You read it, and then you answer the questions. And I'm like, man, I was just asking you how to do it. And she go read it, answer the questions, and then come back to me and tell me what you learned. Right. And this entire time I'm sitting here like, man, she's just making everything so hard for no reason. She could just help me. And I got two things out of that. The first thing I got was I learned that reading is fundamental.
Right. Straight up.
That was clear.
You should read for understanding and then answer the questions. That's the first thing that I got. Yeah. And when, and once I began to progress in life and go to college or go to whatever it was that I was doing, I learned to read what was in front of my face, right? Before I just signed my name on it or before I just accepted it. The second thing that I learned, which I didn't learn until much later in life, which is when my sister was diagnosed with cancer, we became even closer. And we used to talk about all kinds of things. And I was like, man, why were you so hard on me? And she opened up to me one day and she said, you thought I was so hard on you. And I always told you that reading was fundamental because it was. And she always said, what did I always tell you at the end? I said, to come back to you and tell you what I learned. And she said, well, that's because I didn't know.
That's good.
You have to keep in mind that I was a kid raising a kid. So sometimes you came to me with things that I had no idea about. Wow. So I had to tell you to go do it and go read it and come back to teach me. It's not that I didn't care, but I was busy taking care of these things. And it's not that I didn't want to learn, but I had to teach you to go learn on your own and come back and teach me, which is why we became so great at learning things on our own and coming back and coming into our family and saying, oh, this is what I learned today.
Oh, that's good.
Right.
That's real good.
Sometimes we have to keep in mind that it's okay to tell somebody, you know what, I'm not going to help you with that. Not because I don't care about it, but go learn it and come back and teach me. Because while you're doing that, I'm over here learning something completely different. And I'm going to pour all that into you as well.
Oh, that's good. Wow. And it teaches you how to go seek the knowledge.
Absolutely.
Go seek it. If you don't know, go find out.
Absolutely.
That's good.
That was real good. You got some stories.
I know.
Man, I'm writing a book. I can't.
All right.
Let's go. When it's done, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna get y'all a little signed copy. It's gonna be an ebook, but I'll print some out for y'all. Get the little plastic, the little plastic binding. Little spirals.
Look, I'll give me a chopper keeper if you want to just print it out on regular paper.
Right.
For real. Yeah.
Put it together like a book report. I'll take it.
Right.
What is this on the side? That's
I literally just got 2 books from my friend today. I was like, I'm not buying no more books. When I got friends that's out here putting their words on paper, I'm buying it from them. My company, they paid for it, but I bought it for me.
That's right.
But it's all. We gotta support each other any way we can. Like all avenues, whether it's business, personal, spiritual. That's a really big thing for me. Is just trying to get my heart, my soul, my mind, all that straight and aligned.
We need that.
Sure.
Absolutely.
We need that. We need that safe place.
Right,
that's our foundation, right?
Yeah.
For real. That's good.
This has been good, y'all.
It has. I'm so happy I hopped on.
I know. And Martha was like, yeah, I'll hop on for a couple minutes.
It's almost on for a minute. Look, 2 hours later. No. Hour and a half.
I'm sitting here feeling like the first Coming to America. I ain't seen the second one yet though. But I'm feeling like the first one where he on stage. That boy good. That boy good. That boy good. You up here talking, I'm like, oh, that's good. Y'all, that's good.
It's so good. I should have been taking notes.
Right. It'll be
gonna make sure we got come back replay though, right, Ro?
What'd you say?
What's that?
I said you gonna make sure we got the replay though, right, Ro?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's all good. I got you.
All
Bro, you know the hardest
having to go back and watch it on Friday mornings to see where I was messing up at. Like, oh Lord, Treka, why you say that? But you know, I go back and get some messages. I'm like, oh, we was dropping a couple gems. So yeah, I'm
a few nuggets in there.
I'm gonna replay this one a few times.
Yeah, and I'm definitely gonna share it a few times. Not for me, for all of us,
for everybody. Because this was good, and people need to hear it. You know what I mean? And just different perspectives of us and in business and doing things trying to help our community. It's so important, and we don't talk about it enough.
No. And everybody think you got to be a millionaire to be able to share knowledge and share information. No, you can be a regular ass person,
right?
Joe Schmo, out here still getting it the way you see it to be got. That's your own.
That's right.
That's so I'm really blessed. I was very nervous to start a podcast, but I started becoming a guest on podcasts and being surrounded by people who was like, well, what are you doing? Why aren't you taking steps towards what you already know you're supposed to do? Like fear of failure. Like, but there is no such thing as failure. Only failure is not trying.
That's it.
That's right. You don't want to live with no regrets.
Right.
No.
Coulda, woulda did this, but I was scared. Can't live like that.
I always tell people, and it's so easy because it's interesting. Not easy. It's interesting because it's easier for me to tell people than it is for me to always do it myself.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure y'all might know how some of that is sometimes. Sometimes you just know, right? You just know, but you're still battling all the things that you and your own experiences. Absolutely. And I always tell people, like, the best thing that you can do, like people who are afraid of like failure and things like that, I'm like, the best thing that you can do is fail.
That's it.
Like, that's the best thing that you can do. And remember that even to get to where we are now, we've had to fail forward. Right. And I was talking to somebody yesterday, actually, and she was telling me that she's really scared to start her business. And I'm big on starting businesses, y'all. I definitely want to say that as well. I'm really, really big on starting your own businesses. America is a corporation. We should run ourselves and our lives as if we're corporations, get them tax write-offs, do what we got to do, get that money, get, all that. We could do another podcast that day, like that, girl. But she was telling me how she's afraid to start her business. And I was saying, I looked down at her shoes. I said, did you tie those shoes today? And she was like, yeah. She looked at me like I was crazy, of course. And I said, the very first time you tried to tie your shoes, did you get it right? And she said, no. And I said, we fail at a lot of things, right? But even for us to be where we are right now, we've had to continuously fail forward, right? You had to learn how to tie your shoe. You probably put them in a few knots. I might not have been the only one, or maybe I was, but I had a lot of knots in my shoestrings when I first started trying to learn, right? And then I started going to this like just 2 bunny ears and then tying them twice because all the extra stuff was complicated. But eventually I got it. Eventually I learned how to do it. Eventually I figured it out. And that's what we do in life, right? To get to where we are. We have our very first job application. You could look at a job application right now and be like, simple. You don't even think about it, right?
Don't think about it.
You read it and you answer the questions. That's what you read it and you answer the questions, right? There are so many things that we've had to fail at, but through our failing is where we learn how to be successful and how to improve. And I feel like as long as you continue, I'm glad that you really started this podcast, girl, because as long as you continue, even if you feel like, oh, let me go back and see what I did incorrectly, cool. But as long as you keep coming back, you got something.
That's just like a baby trying to walk.
Right.
Like a baby trying to walk.
That's it.
Right. When a baby's trying to walk, they fall. Yeah. But what they do when they fall? They get right back up and try it again.
They do.
And keep going. They don't even think about it. They just do it.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do just in life. You just got to do it. You're going to get knocked down. That's part of the business, but don't get your ass whooped for free. You better get something out of it.
You
better get something
Come
out
on,
of it.
CJ. Come on now.
I like the baby thing because what it makes me think about is, you guys ever see like when a baby is doing something and then the baby fall and like the first thing you like look around to see how you finna react.
Yes.
Like, should I cry now or nah? Right. And so
you like, don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Don't look at it. A lot of times, like that fear comes from like, oh, if I fall, not how do I actually feel about it, but if I fall, how are the people who are around me going to feel about it, and how are they gonna make me feel about it? Right? Everybody falls. Everybody falls. We're supposed to. It's how we learn how to walk. Right? It's how we learn how to balance. It's how we figure it out. But if we stop being concerned with, okay, after I fall, who do I have to look up at and who do I need to listen to? And we only realize, oh, we fell. That's normal because I'm trying to figure it out. And these things keep shaking, whatever they call legs. Then we'll be okay. You know,
we can't worry about who's looking at us.
Man.
Because the thing is, it's not their journey. This is your journey. So you cannot care about what people think.
Right.
And you can't be afraid to take no L.
Right.
And in life you will take an L, but that L all depends on what you think it might mean to you.
Right.
It could be your L could stand for loss or your L could stand for learn. You know, that's how I always thought in my mindset.
Where is my notebook? Where is my notebook? I'm sorry.
I'm sitting here looking at my my whiteboard right now, like, oh, I'm gonna go do some outlandish stuff tomorrow, y'all. I've been real modest. I'm gonna go do some ridiculousness tomorrow.
Right.
You learn.
Go take your Porsche from the car wash, girl. They've been holding it for you. No, I mean this is very helpful. I don't know if y'all know, but I go to therapy on Thursday, so I have my therapy sessions in the morning, so my juices be flowing.
Oh, nice.
So sometimes the podcast get a little good, but it's healthy. I feel I think it's all healthy. Like I know some people aren't, their pride won't let them ask for help professionally either.
Right.
We gotta fix that too.
Yes, we do, because I feel like everybody melanated need therapy.
We do. This is another one of those things where because when I went to school, y'all, I majored in psychology, right? And I found it to be very interesting. I was very interested in it, even when I wasn't doing good at school. Like they'd look at my transcripts and they'd be like, can you tell me, how is it that you got D's in 3 classes, but in these classes you got A's? I was like, oh yeah, I wasn't going to them. They told me I had to go to them. I just wanted to take the psychology stuff. That's what I wanted to do. But one of the things that I really learned is that it can oftentimes be more detrimental to go to someone for help who doesn't understand what you need help with. I've been to an abundance of therapy sessions with different people, and we usually end up having really good conversations. But oftentimes, if they don't come from similar backgrounds as me, they can't actually help me. Right. So it's the difference between going in and sitting down in the chair and being like, and they be like, how's your day going? And me being like, man, I went to the Coach store and they followed me around the store. Right. One person is going to be like, oh, yeah. Okay. And another person is going to go, well, how did that make you feel? Because they don't know how it feels.
Because they don't know.
Right. And so it's really important to make sure that you're meeting up with, and I recommend someone professional, right? Because those are the people who have skills that they can teach us. But also the reason I always recommend going to somebody who looks like you or they're from a similar background as you is because they have to practice these skills too. Right? They're not just telling you, like, don't tell me something that you read in the book, but I could go to the library and get the same book off the shelf. Right. We can all go get a book.
Right.
Is it working for you or not?
Right. Tell me what you do to cope with this.
Is it working for you or not? Right. I want to speak to someone who can tell me, this is what I did. This is what I'm working on. Or when I come back and I say, oh yeah, nah, that didn't work. That didn't work for me. And they can say, okay, I've had a similar experience. Why don't you try this one? instead, right? And so I'm all for therapy. I think it is fantastic. I know that we should all get it, depending on our backgrounds. Y'all was talking about Oak Park and whatnot. So I'm saying
they all need it.
Yeah.
Most people that I know have PTSD.
Yes.
Undiagnosed PTSD.
Undiagnosed, absolutely.
It's undiagnosed PTSD. And honestly, anybody from the hood should be like, where you from? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got it. Right.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of experiences, not just at younger ages, but we have experiences that many people never have in their entire lives. When I first went to school, when I went to college, I went to San Jose State. That's not far from Oakland. It's San Jose.
Right.
Just
right there.
Going down to 101. There you go. It's right there, right? Going down to 80. Like, there it is. And it was a completely different world than what I grew up in. And I literally did not see my environment for what it was until I left for an entire semester. And when I came back, I remember standing on my block on my homegirl and being like, oh my. I was like, has it always been like this? And she was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, she can't even see it.
When you live in chaos, you can't see chaos.
Right.
It's not normal.
It's your normal.
It's not normal, right? Like, when I walk, I'm still checking over my shoulders. Even where I'm at now, people drive by and I'm still looking in their cars. Is there something coming? Right?
Checking license plates just in case. I need to remember that one.
That's
okay. LY2. I got that part. Yeah.
That's a fact, right? And I think that's great. I think survival skills are fantastic. Yeah. But the reasons why we learned our survival skills, trauma. So yes, I am an advocate for therapy. But more so getting therapy from people who look like you, getting therapy from people who come from similar backgrounds as you, who have similar situations and experiences as you, and people who don't have to necessarily ask you, how did that make you feel? They can be like, tell me a little bit more about that, because oftentimes we'll scratch the surface, but we won't go deeper. Right.
Get to the root.
Get to the root. Go to some one-on-one therapy sessions and get yourself some group therapy sessions too.
Right.
Because we all need some healing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some tools and resources.
We all do.
That's crazy that you
survival mode.
Yeah. It's crazy that you have brought that up. Like if we go out and stuff like that, we like in a public setting, I'm kind of standoffish because I'm peeping the scenery. I'm looking around. I'm trying to see who's who. I'm looking at. I watch how people move. She's more the outgoing one.
I'm the social butterfly.
She's the social butterfly. Me, I'm in the back just scanning the whole room. Just and then once I feel comfortable, then I'll be more social. But it's just that mentality when growing up in the hood, man. You gotta watch everybody.
Yeah, and see, I'm a ham. I'm a complete ham. So I want to talk to everybody for sure. I'm social in that way. However, guaranteed, when I walk in, I'm looking at, okay, where are the exits?
Always.
I'm looking at all the people who are. I'm looking at all the people who are in the room. I'm checking out the bartenders, trying to see are y'all moving a little funny?
Right.
You're checking all of these things, right?
That's
like it's constant. And one of the other things that I learned was like Black people and having like high blood pressure, right, and increased like heart rate. Sometimes a lot of us from different situations we're always elevated.
Yeah.
Right. We're always thinking about, is something coming?
Yep.
Is something that is not normal, y'all.
It's not.
And
that's all trauma.
Just to speak on that, at my roughest times, when I was in that deepest feeling of trauma and all that shit almost gave me a stroke. And I was 35 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's too young. Like, they literally told me, if you wouldn't have came in here, you probably would have had a stroke. And I told my homegirl that took me, I was like, I'm fine, girl. You don't look good. You don't look good at all. And I'm like, I'm good. Trust me. I'll give me some water. I'll take a nap.
That's
Give
it.
me some water.
Give me
Go
some
get me
ginger
some
ale.
ginger
Give
ale.
me some ginger ale.
Some ginger ale, some Vicks vapor rub. I'll be good. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
but it wasn't okay. And stress. It was
Yeah.
stress.
And
It
stress
was
will
trauma
take you
and
out.
stress and fear and worry
It
and
will.
all that built up stuff. That makes you sick.
It does.
That's the disease.
It is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
It is. I will end up in the hospital quickly over stressing.
Yeah.
Because when I it's extreme, right? And I can't sleep. Right. I can't sleep. So I'm up all night. You know, it's dark, my eyes like this. I'm sitting here thinking. I can't stop thinking about what I was thinking about. And I know I need to stop, but I can't stop.
That's me.
You give me 3 solid days of that, your body can't function.
It shuts
Right. Our
down.
bodies can't function like that.
Down. And I think that's why they say stress. Stress is what causes the most deaths in our people.
Yep.
Stress
will cause death for sure.
Oh yeah. Cancer for sure.
Absolutely.
Hard to see.
Absolutely. But that's one of those things of like, how do we change ourselves from the inside out, right? Imagine how we feel on the inside. And then think about, like we were talking about, why people are walking around with the most expensive stuff, the Gucci belts, because how we feeling on the inside for real?
Right. Trying to look okay.
Right. And that's like a whole nother task in itself. Like, I'm out here faking and fronting, and y'all don't know I'm in pain on the inside. Like,
and miserable.
It's killing me to smile at you because I'm not happy, but I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
Right.
And then you got to keep up the front. It's right.
And then when you act sad or you get mad, they're like, well, what happened? Like, you don't know everything I've been having to keep inside for so long.
Yep. Y'all know what? I'm just for the next 5 days. I'm gonna try something. When people are like, how you doing? I'm like, What about you? I'm better now.
That's what they gonna say.
I'm better now. How are you?
I just look at her like, I'm having a fucked up day. How you doing?
Yeah.
I don't think people are that honest with each other, though. People don't feel that comfortable to be honest like that. Like, I tell people all the time, like, look, today is not the day. Don't play with me.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Like, oh, what's up, sis? You look great. Really? Because I feel like shit. I tried extra hard this morning. I tried. Like, people don't even realize when I'm feeling my best, right? I'm usually like walking out in something ridiculous. You know, I got on my Skechers because they actually comfortable. I don't care about how I look. You know, they just feel like you're walking on clouds and whatnot. You know, that's the best.
But people don't know that's when I be the best. That's when I feel the best. When I'm bummy as hell. I don't give a damn. Like,
but it says something when your feet are comfortable. That's a whole nother level.
Makes
when
a whole
feet are comfortable.
I walk out, my left knee smell like Tiger Balm. You know, it's good. We cool.
Relaxed.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Y'all know I've been trying this. My wife has gotten some of that unscented stuff. You know, it don't work the same as Tiger Balm. You need that, like when you put it on, your eyes start watering. You know, everybody smell it from a mile away. That's what you need, that good stuff.
Well, definitely before we get out of here, I want everybody to share that information, how people can reach you, how you want to be reached. You ain't got to give up all the goods.
I'll give y'all everything.
I give it all.
Everything.
Everything.
So who wants to start? B, you want to jump it off?
Yeah. So you guys can find me on Instagram. That's probably the best place to locate me. If you look at my name on the screen right now, it's BEE_THE_realtor, REALTOR. So if you at B the realtor on Instagram, I'll come up. From there, I have a link in my profile. If you click on that, you can see all of my stuff. You can look at houses that are up and currently for sale. You can look at my blog and see what's up there. You can look at down payment assistance programs. You can set up a free consult with me, or if you want to pay some money, you can set up an extended consult with me. If you want to know the old Be the Realtor, I got some music on there too. You know, y'all can listen to some of my
We didn't even tap into that. We're gonna have to get on
from from my rap days.
Found
you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Technology, boy, ain't it something?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely reach out to me there. My telephone number is up there too, 510-545-9766. If, like I said, if you have a job, I can help you buy a house. I don't need you to have great credit. I don't need you to have a ton of savings. I don't need any of that. I need you to be willing to just run the play. That's it.
Okay.
I'll give you the steps. Just run the play. That's all.
Amen. I'll be hitting you up within the next couple of days for sure. Since I'm trying to be an adult this week.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What's up with y'all, CJ, Martha? What y'all got to tell?
So on IG, if you go CJ_go-getter_Johnson on IG, and then on Facebook it's just CJ Johnson.
Not the perpetrator that tried to get all your friends.
Nah.
That was me. Pop up?
No, he had to make a new page because they had blocked him out of his old page, but he got back in.
I got my old page back up. Yes, I thought my life was over. I couldn't get back into that page.
That is the apps, man. It's the apps.
That's where 99% of my business comes from. Facebook.
Right.
Okay, don't mess with
Take me out.
Okay, CJ, and then Martha, where you at?
Martha Johnson on Facebook and MTHA, and then the word great is my handle on IG.
Wait, say that one for me again.
Martha the Great.
M the Great. So MTHAGREAT. I post a little bit of everything.
I don't have CJ on IG, but no. Fix that. Roselle, Mr. Quiet One, Quiet Storm.
This is DJ Ro. I'm on Instagram, Roz 20,000.
Jay-Z like.
A and B, man, I want to get some of your music so I can I want to have like a little mix for Treka. I got some Kelda music, so I want to get some of your music too.
Absolutely.
If that's cool.
Of course.
Yeah, so
you said some of your music on your page?
What's that?
No, I'm talking B.
Oh, okay.
What are you saying?
You said some music on your page? Your
yeah, if you go to the link in the bio.
Oh, okay.
Click on the link tree. It's going, I believe it's the last one in there.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I see it.
There we go.
All right, so I guess I'm last, right? I'm the one left.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You can find me on IG. No.do.be.better. My personal IG is 80s baby, ADs with an S, BAYBE_TLW. And then on Facebook, I'm under TLW, TEELDUB. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see more linking up, more connections. Hopefully this was, if not helpful and informative for anybody else, it definitely helped me. So
it was good.
This was awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And anytime y'all want to come on and you got spread some love, I'm always open to have you. It's good energy, and I feel I welcome that all the time.
I appreciate y'all. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Great.
Ro, I'm trying to sell you a house too, Ro, if you don't got one already.
Oh, you know what? I was gonna talk to you about that because I work at the prison in Vacaville.
He go to jail every day, y'all.
Oh,
yeah. So I was gonna talk to you about that. In about a year, I want to get a house, and I know they got new houses up in Vacaville, so
I'm right down
check
the
you
block.
out on that. Definitely.
And every time we on here, even when I just like click in and watch, sometimes you be at work and stuff. I'm like, he getting the house.
You get a house.
He's like, I'm on my little break real quick. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
you know a dude named James that work up there?
what is he? Is he a CO?
Yeah.
Do you know like his ranking? Is he
You
lieutenant?
gotta say the last
I don't
name.
know his ranking.
Yeah, if
I
I knew
know
his
he's
last
been there
name,
for
I
a
could
long
probably
time
figure him
though.
out.
Bowles.
James Bowles.
Short.
Bowles?
Little guy. Yeah, he's little.
Is he like a little? He's a black dude, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Is he kind of bald?
Nah, he got like a little
He's got-
mohawk type.
Yeah. No, he's got hair.
Not a little flat. Yeah, he got hair on his head.
He got hair now.
I thought you
Okay,
said like, no,
I'll
he
check
got
him
a
out.
little
James
hair,
Bowles.
man. I thought
Yeah.
he got a little
All right,
hair.
I'll check to see who he is.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you see
Yeah,
him,
bro,
push him
we
down.
gotta link up. I'm right down the block from you, man.
Y'all neighbors.
Right.
I'll be
For
in
real.
back in a couple weeks.
I'll walk outside and be like,
Okay.
all right. I'll be hearing that horn.
Yep.
I'm like,
Every time
okay,
at 5 o'clock.
Yeah. It's been great, y'all. Thanks so
Yeah,
much
man,
for
this was amazing.
having
This
me
was
on.
awesome.
This is awesome. I'm gonna be high off of this for a little bit. So
Yeah,
thank
me
you
too.
so much for blessing me, everybody. It's been amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank y'all. Thanks for having me. Y'all have a good
Thank
night.
you too, B.
Yeah, this
Stay
is
up,
awesome.
y'all.
Yeah, you are.
Everybody.
All right, y'all.
Have a good night, y'all.